Was the fracture event really that important? I mean, people said it wasn't important. Yeah, I had no storyline and it was a disappointment. But I think we judged it too soon because it has a bigger importance than we thought. But without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Okay, so before we begin, I'll just give you a quick recap on chapter 3. So if you don't want any of that, just skip right here. After flipping the island, some of the 7 members wanted to reunite with the Paradigm.
Paradigm, it's me. I'm guessing you heard what happened. Look, I know our history is complicated, but I want you to know I never lost faith in you. Okay, I did, but only for 5 minutes, maybe a few weeks tops. It's hard to believe that someone who went through what you went through would hold the line, but I know you did. So
the other half did not want to reunite with the Paradigm. They say it's because she's a traitor, and that's why they did not want to reunite with her. And because the 7 arguing so much,
and the Paradigm. These two don't.
Order. And so a war started in Chapter 3, Season 2. The IO quickly outnumbered the 7 in the majority of the map. Now the 7 got some help from them, Doctor Strange, by reuniting the Origin, Imagine, and the Order. After that, the 7 reclaimed most of the island, but the IO's leader Jenna tasked Dr. Sloan with building the Collider. The 7 not knowing what to do, they finally decided to reunite with the Paradigm.
We don't know what that thing in Loot Lake does. We don't know if the mech will be enough to stop it. And most annoyingly, we don't know if Paradigm is trustworthy.
Attention crew. The 7 have intercepted communications from Geno intended for Dr. Sloan. We believe the Imagined Order's weapon system will reach critical mass sooner than expected. If we don't stop it now, all life on the island will be destroyed. Leading the mission will be the finest mech captain in all reality. She'll be behind the controls. You and your team will be on weapons. The bridge is yours, Paradigm.
They reconstructed the mech from Chapter 1, Season 9, and went to stop the Collider. They destroyed it along with Dr. Sloan. Jones and the Foundation jumped into the 0 point and they found the Imagined dead in Geno's arms. And supposedly Geno died, but that's obviously not true.
Look out?
I thought you could use a hand.
Let's go!
And they found the Imagined dead in Geno's arms. And supposedly Geno died, but that's obviously not true.
Slow the process down.
And they found the Imagined dead in Geno's arms. And supposedly Geno died, but that's obviously not true.
No, Geno's still dangerous. Can't you just accept that you've won, Foundation? You spoiled my plans, which, incidentally, were to protect and perfect every reality in the Omniverse. Across realities, pieces of Imagined and Genos begin to form. However, in Geno's case, more and more pieces of him begin to appear and put themselves back together to recreate him.
Chapter 3, Season 3 brought a new reality tree. The scientist was concerned, so he made an AI. The tree kept taking the 0 points energy until it went dormant. Then something took the Foundation, Order, and the Snapshot Amendment, taking us into Chapter 3,
Those
Season
0-point
4.
energy shockwaves were flares, a galactic distress signal. If we don't help, it'll go dormant.
Tell me you're getting somewhere. We've already lost so much of the island to that chrome.
That's not surprising given the sample's behavior. I've never seen such accelerated cytokinesis. Whoa! This may be a problem.
Get out of here! That's an order!
This isn't how it ends.
In an underground lab, we find the scientist Origin, Visitor, and Paradigm studying a substance called chrome. And chrome has an accelerated telekinesis, which spread and took over the scientist Origin and the Visitor. The Paradigm was able to escape. Then she escaped to reality 659, but the chrome revealed itself the villain, called the Herald. With only Jones and Amy, they tried to contact the Paradigm through roots, and it worked. After that, the Paradigm signaled them that she'll go dark for a while. After that time, Amy and Jones did 46 failed experiments. The Paradigm told them that Reality Zero is going to end. Now, before we start, we need to ask a couple questions. First, the importance of fracture. Second, what is the storyline of fracture? And third, what will fracture do for the future of chapter 4? And lastly, did fracture solve any mystery from the past? The first question is pretty easy to answer, and fracture's importance is for chapter 4 only. Now the second question is the longest, so bear with me here. The storyline of fracture is going to be an analyzation of the events. So let's start. So we start off at the reality tree, and the Loop is getting ready to fight off the Herald. Now we see her looking out of the chrome tornado. The Loopers started shooting at her until they got her on her knees, and then they launched a rocket launcher at her, but she caught it. And the Loopers launched the multiple rocket launchers at her, and she exploded. The Loopers celebrated, thinking that they killed the Herald, but they were gravely mistaken. The Herald merged herself with the chrome and became a giant, and she hit the reality tree, turning it and the Loopers into chrome, and then the Herald merged herself with the tree, and then Reality Zero exploded. We hear the Paradigm asking Amy on a status report, and Amy says that everything's fried. Paradigm says that home is gone. We find ourselves on some small fractured islands, and Paradigm tells us that we need to collect small zero fragments to awaken the dormant zero point, so that the Paradigm can create zero fusion and make the island. We keep collecting them, and the zero point brings in new parts of the island, and the event ends, right?
status report. Amy, status report.
Nav is down. 7 comms are fried. Everything's offline. These coordinates are wrong. We are far from home.
Home is gone. Figure it out. Zero fusion won't be possible until the 0 point has completely recovered.
Keep collecting them, and the 0 point brings in new parts of the island, and the event ends, right? Because throughout the event you can find these hollow pieces of the Rex arm, the Mecha Team leader, Kevin the Cube, Lost Reality backpack, and the rocket from the 7. They're called flashbacks, but here's the thing, they're not our flashbacks, they're the 0 point flashbacks, because all these pieces have tampered with the 0 point. Makes the 0 point have memories where it adapts to each encounter it faces. These pieces have time travel capabilities. Anyway, the story of Fracture is that we find a new home, or multiple realities combined, and that the loop is a bit broken, considering Amy was able to activate the scientist's experimental reality augmentation system, which also means that the 7's goal is one step closer to being completed. The paradigm has successfully made zero fusion without its risks, okay?
There's no one here to stop me from unleashing the scientist's experimental reality augmentation system. He considered the system too dangerous for testing, which is why we're skipping that step.
With your help, we can free ourselves from this place and leave the loop for good.
Now, before I finish answering the last 2 questions, I just want to tell you guys to subscribe, turn on notifications, because this video has reached nearly 2 weeks in the making. And I appreciate the support that you guys give me, okay? Love y'all. Alright, now back to the video. Now the third question is, what will Fracture do for the future of Chapter 4? Well, it's already happening. Though those rifting cows, as the loop is broken, it makes sense that different realities will be rifted to the islands. I have a feeling that one of the rifting cows will give us a new POI, which will lead us into Chapter 4.
Stop the cap!
Last question. Did Fracture solve any mystery from the past? Yes, it did. The question is, can we survive outside the loop? The answer is yes. Look, as soon as the island exploded, we were outside the loop, and the gameplay of the event shows that we couldn't kill each other with the snowballs. All that happened was that we fell and got respawned by rifts.
A game theory. Thanks for watching.
No, I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to copy you. Anyway, guys, I want you to comment below about your own theories or things that are going wrong in this theory of the event. And don't forget to like, subscribe. But anyway, guys, hope you that was the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.
Let's see what you got. Darkness, big scary. Huh. Hey, you want to help me grab some 0-point energy readings? I could use a sounding board. I thought I had all this math right, but clearly I missed something. Ultimately, if something goes really wrong, it's my fault. I've got some great news. The reality